Okay guys, welcome back. Finally, I've completed my car. Sorry for the delay. I had exams last week and then a few other things happened, but finally I built it. Very excited about this car. The XB8 2015, XB8e 2015 spec. Looking very nice. Brand new as a replacement to my 11 spec 808. Which I will be holding on to for a while, not selling it. But yeah, build is fully complete apart from haven't painted the body shell yet. But yeah, just do a few close-ups on it. Go into a bit of detail on the build in a minute. Just look at that. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but the amount the steering radius is just really a lot compared to my other cars. People say this thing steers very aggressively and quite excited to find out. But yeah, good fun build, not too difficult. And yeah, this car looks great, very exciting. First time I've had a new racing car. So yeah, let's just move on, talk about a few things. So the first most important thing is make sure you have good tools. I started out with this especially for your 2mm hex wrench, because you'll be using it a lot. With this cheap little tool here. This costs £5 for a set of 6 of these, including postage from China. So that tells you something about the quality of it. But for some reason I just kind of forgot about what tools I had, and yeah, it stripped out quite soon, taking a screw with it very early on in the build, so that's part of the reason for the delay. So then I went on eBay, looked for one. They said this one was strong. The Bond S1 turned up and it's tiny. I can't get a good grip on it at all. It's just, yeah, I haven't really used it, because the thing is with the new car is that all the plastics are new. You've got to break the thread into them, so you need something that's good and robust. So eventually I was quite frustrated at this point. I just went, you know what, I'll buy a Huddy 2mm one. What they recommend, obviously, Xray Huddy. It's brilliant. It's very lightweight, a lot larger than the others, got a good grip, and the end is very, very strong. It's not going to strip out, and it's not going to strip your screws in your brand new kit, which is quite frustrating. So that's probably that's the reason for the delay. So most of you guys probably have good tools anyway, but just as a heads up, make sure you go into it with good tools. Okay, just a couple of notes on the build then. The steering was a little bit confusing in the instructions, but not too bad. But it just seemed like it was rubbing against the can't remember what that part's called. You can see what I'm pointing at. It seemed like it was hitting that, so I was a bit worried about that. But then I decided not to Dremel it, luckily, and I put the top bit here, screwed all that down, and it's fine now. So I'm not really sure. I guess it just wasn't aligned properly. So if that happens, don't worry. It'll get sorted. Side guards was a bit of a fight to get them on, because these, you see it's curved here. Well, that's not actually curved in the part. You have to bend them round against these parts. I don't really know why. I guess maybe to keep a tight seal, to stop dust getting in, maybe. But yeah, that was a bit of a task getting those on, but nothing too bad. The one thing that's really annoying me right now is the body shell situation. So you can see I haven't painted it, but I have drilled the holes, and I haven't fully cut it out because I've left a bit of room so that if I do need to raise the body shell, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's still going to go over the side guards. So at the front, it's fine. You can see there, clears the battery, which is very good. I was expecting it not to clear the battery from a few things I've heard, but it doesn't clear the ESC wires, and by quite a long way actually. As you can see there, it's pushing up against it, so that is quite annoying. So this is a large 4S battery. I think it's like 48mm high or something like that. So I think with most batteries you're going to be fine with that body shell. It fits under it absolutely fine. However, ESCs, this isn't a big ESC, and it's these wires here that push up against it. It's because the body shell is really quite low in this position here. So my old problem of stuff not fitting under body shells, I've had it with that car. But I don't know, I guess I'm going to have to move the ESC, raise the rear body mount, which is easier said than done. Yeah, that's annoying me right now. But about the batteries, at least it's good news that the battery fits under. But in some ways, I prefer the battery not to fit under and the ESC to fit, because you can easily raise the front body post, but raising the rear body post is a bit of a task, as I said. But yeah, it's overall, those are the only things I have to say about it really. The motor mount is excellent. I love the sliding feature. I think they had that on the XB9e, but obviously with my cheap motor mount conversion that I did with my 808, I didn't have anything as fancy as that. So yeah, that's nice to see. I'm using a 16-tooth pinion on here. Maybe it's too much, I'm not really sure. I'll have to see how it's going. I'm running all stock setup, by the way, so that's 5k in the front, 5k in the centre and 2k in the back. And then 550 CST in the front shocks and 400 in the back shocks. People say that this setup is very aggressive and the rear is a bit loose, but the steering is incredible on this setup. So there's a few other setups on the forum for this car, but I decided to just go with the stock one. It's a good starting point. Can see where to go from there. Yeah, all of this is very tidy. All the wires are kept very clean. Just have a quick look at the hubs here. It's the new pillar ball suspension design from the Xray XB8 2014, because this is basically an XB8 2014 chassis wise and geometry wise, not a 2015 spec, which only came out a month ago. This came out in July, August of 2014, even though it's called a 2015 spec. So yeah, I think one of the upgrades of the 2015 spec nitro car is hardened pillar balls here, because apparently these have seemed to break before, and there was a couple of other things, but it's still a very rock solid car. You've got extra durability all the way around, but you know I'll find a way to break it if there's any way of doing it, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, there's not really much more to say about that. Bit of a shame about the body shell. Hopefully I'll get that sorted and painted soon enough. But yeah, very exciting car. In fact, I'll just turn it on to show you all of that. It might help if I plug it in. That's just my ESC, by the way. It makes the fan makes a strange sound and then it sorts itself out after a while, but there's the steering. You can see an incredible angle on there, and the servo is buzzing, but I have set the endpoints, so I'm not really sure why. I guess it's just under strain, but the endpoints have been set, so it shouldn't really be doing that, but I don't know. The ESC sorted itself out. So yeah, same electronics I had in my 808, so it's not, those aren't brand new, but the rest of the car is, so yeah, the tyres are as well. So yeah, thanks for watching and stay tuned for running videos.